As I'm sure a lot of people can relate, I live a pretty busy life, but always need to make time for myself to eat. As a college student and full-time employee, I don't have a lot of time to make large meals, and I try my very best to eat healthy and not eat quick meals that don't benefit my body. My family has made an absolutely scrumptious meal which involves pretty healthy ingredients. And not only that, but it only contains a few ingredients, so good meal for people who are on a budget. Plus, they're extremely easy to make. These little delicious wonders are what my family calls Mexican grilled cheese, and I'm going to show you how to make them so you too can enjoy them. First, you'll need to wash your hands. I've already washed my hands. Next, you're going to need to gather your ingredients. You're going to need refried beans, and you're also going to need a can opener or open it. I've already opened mine. You're going to need a spatula, a fork, a sharp knife, and a butter knife, a skillet, cheese. I usually use Velveeta cheese, but I didn't realize we were out of Velveeta cheese until this evening. So this cheese will work, and also it's really good if you add all different kinds of cheeses, and I've also discovered that if you add pepper jack cheese, it's really, really good. And you'll need corn tortillas. You can use flour, but flour doesn't make them taste as good as the corn does, so I definitely recommend corn, but you're welcome to try whatever you want. You'll also need a plate with a paper towel on it, and just a regular plate. So first, you're going to take the plate without a paper towel, and take out a corn tortilla out of your corn tortilla bag. And then take your beans and use the fork to open the lid so you don't cut yourself, which I've had to learn the hard way. And take your butter knife and spread the beans on the corn tortilla. And usually I don't really make it perfect. I just kind of spread them on there. It kind of depends on how much you like beans. I like cheese more than I like beans, so I don't put a ton of beans on there. So it'll look like this. I don't drop it. Also, you need to heat up your skillet. I usually heat mine on medium-high heat, but it does make them pop up. So putting a lid on top does help, but we don't have a lid that fits this. So sometimes I'll just let the oil pop and clean up the mess afterwards. So I'm going to go heat this up. So you just want to heat your pan to medium-high. I'll show you here. Like right there. Put this juice out of the way. And then you just want to put a little bit of oil in there. And always make sure you put the cap back in the oil just to avoid accidents, because that'd be an awful mess. And you just spread your oil around in there. So as you can probably see, the pan is really hot and ready for our Mexican grilled cheese. So all you're going to do is take your Mexican grilled cheese and lay it in there flat at first. I kind of hold it up and then fold it over. If you don't let the oil get on the corn tortilla, it cracks and cheese goes everywhere and makes a really big mess inside the pan. And then you're going to use your spatula and kind of press it down a little bit and give it a second to fry. I'll move the camera so you all can see. Just like that. And I usually give it a few seconds. And you can check it by lifting up the corner. And it's done. As you can probably see the bottom. This is kind of the tricky part without making a big mess. And you just flip it. And see there's some oil popping up. Makes a really big mess. It's a downfall to them. But Dawn dish detergent gets the oil up really well. And then just check the bottom, and it's done. And then when you're done, turn the oven off. And take your plate with the paper towel and lay it up there. And now you're on to the best part, eating it. And then you get to do the very best part and eat it. That's so good. And now that you have learned how to make these delicious, easy-to-make wonders, go make a whole feast for your family. Or I completely understand if you just want to keep them all for yourselves and eat them, because I would. No, I'm just kidding. Usually I share it with my family. And now you can have a healthy meal that won't break the bank or make you spend all day in the kitchen.